In 2025, Merriam-Webster added a new definition for the word slop. Forget food, they're talking about posts like this one. You can pause the video and check if you can spot the 4 tells that this is AI generated. Every day I see plenty of AI content like this, though usually a bit more subtle. While I would be a hypocrite if I said you shouldn't use AI at all, it seems for some people AI does just a little bit more than proofreading. What's wrong with that? Well, if I see a post that uses the same words and the same structure as every other AI post, I can't help but ask, did the author outsource their thinking to ChatGPT as well? If I get the feeling that they did, I just stop reading. If you didn't bother to write it, why should I bother to read it? This isn't a small problem. A study by Fallback and colleagues found that over 13% of biomedical abstracts were AI assisted. In some fields, that number hit 40%. Back in 2024, I'd bet my right arm we're well past that. Take the word underscore. Before LLMs, it showed up once in a while when you wanted to sound a bit clever. By 2024, it appeared in 1 out of every 5 publications on PubMed, a 5x increase. Scientists didn't suddenly fall in love with the word underscore, they all got the same writing assistant. An Oxford study calls this kind of output unintended sophistry. Writing that sounds well-reasoned and confident but doesn't say much. You wouldn't want to waste your time reading it. There's also another problem. Maybe you are already using AI to help you with your work. I often am. Nothing wrong with that. But if you aren't careful, your own writing starts to sound like that LinkedIn post. Today, we're going to fix both problems. We'll look at how to spot AI writing and how to avoid creating it yourself. Let's start with the easy one, word choice. We have already mentioned underscore, and you probably know about delve. Usage of delve went up 15 times in a single year, depending on how you count it. It was a bit of a meme at one stage, the signature word of early ChatGPT output. But here's the thing. Newer models already use delve less, so if you are only looking for delve or underscore, you'll miss the more recent tells. Foster, showcase, harness, unveil. These sound a bit corporate and detached. Tapestry, specifically rich tapestry of something, a landscape but used abstractly, so the landscape of digital marketing. Testament, as in this stands as a testament. A realm, seems like everything is a realm now. Also intricate, pivotal, vibrant, meticulous. To be clear, these are fine words. The problem is the absurd frequency and inappropriate context. These are the types of words you would use once in a while in formal writing or a novel, but AI uses them as a default in every context. Now let's move on to the structural tells. Let's get back to the example I started with. Look at these 2 sentences. This isn't just motivational, it's behavioral science. And your mindset isn't just personal, it's cultural. That's the not just fallback. It is not just X, it is Y. It comes in many similar forms that all rely on negating an idea and replacing it with something that should sound more profound. This is not simply a product, it is a paradigm shift. Now, look at the rest of that LinkedIn post. Our thoughts influence our emotions. Emotions drive behavior. Behavior creates results. 1, 2, 3. AI is obsessed with triplets, also known as the rule of 3. Is the smallest number that makes something feel like a pattern or a story, beginning, middle, and end. Many writers are taught to use it in their work, but LLMs are addicted to it. And there's a specific place where this shows up constantly: bullet points. AI loves a short intro, followed by a handful of bullet points, often starting with a bold phrase and a colon, and then a summary which reiterates the same points. Now here's one symbol that ties all of this together, the dash. Quick question, do you know how to type one? I bet you don't. I certainly didn't before researching this topic. Most people use hyphens because they are right there on the keyboard. But AI knows that actually you should use an dash to create emphasis or an abrupt change in thought. Here's a quick lightning round of my other pet peeves. First, wrapping words in quotes that have no reason to be in quotes. Second, dramatic titles and dramatic pacing. Third, echoing the same sentence structure across multiple paragraphs. Fourth, those summary-like sentences that just restate what was already said. If you notice a paragraph with a dramatic phrase, with a word in quotes, the not just structure, a triplet, and an dash to top it all off, chef's kiss, you have been served a big plate of AI slop. Bon appetit. Are there any other patterns you have noticed? Let me know in the comments below. If you're finding this useful, a like on the video goes a long way. Another major tell, which is in my opinion the most bothersome, is the content itself. I don't want to oversimplify, but LLMs tend to write bland ideas confidently and in a seemingly profound style. That's the whole unintended sophistry thing we talked about at the beginning. I hope you're paying attention. On the flip side, regular writing, at least any writing worth reading, tends to be more opinionated and personal, sometimes going off on tangents. But here's a twist I found while researching this. When people write opinionated pieces, those opinions tend to come wrapped in uncertainty and nuance. In research, it's called epistemic hedging. My theory of knowledge classes are shiny females, guys. Guys, we're doing great, guys. My theory of knowledge classes are finally paying off. So what does that look like? These are words and phrases that signal our confidence level in what we're saying. For example, maybe, I suspect, from what I can tell, as far as I know, I could be wrong, and so on. From research and my own experience, AI doesn't seem to hedge as much as humans. I can only speculate why that's the case. Here are two possible reasons. First, it is not self-aware that it picked a particular word or token only with a certain confidence level, so it doesn't know that it should hedge. Once it commits to a certain idea, it tends to keep going in the same direction. Second, this sort of hedging does not sound confident, and in some formal writing, it should be avoided. It seems that LLMs are tuned in the post-training phase to sound confident and authoritative. Meanwhile, when I write or talk, I tend to have a small voice in the back of my head that's always questioning what I'm saying. I think most people naturally insert those hedging phrases into their writing and speech, especially if it's well thought out. I know this section may be a lot to process, so in short, strong personal opinions presented with nuance versus bland opinions stated with confidence. Also, research indicates that people use more comparatives and superlatives. Better, worse, the best, the worst. We're less afraid of making clear judgments, even if they're followed by some hedging. So that's how you spot it. But remember, I said we'd also fix it. What if you're the one writing? The first thing you need to do is to actually stop using AI as your writer. Write me a post about a responsible use of artificial intelligence. That's exactly how you get the transforming the landscapes of productivity type of writing. I propose a simple idea. Write like you talk and use AI to prune your babble. Write that first messy draft yourself. You can even use voice to text to get it all out. Then use AI for pruning. Ask it to clean up your thoughts and compress them down to the most important ideas. If you let it rewrite the whole thing, you'll end up with all the problems we talked about. And if you need feedback, ask it to critique your work instead of rewriting it. What's the weakest argument here is a better prompt than make it sound professional. Focus on the content, not as much on the presentation. Final tip, which sounds simple but is incredibly helpful, is to read it out loud. If it doesn't sound like you let it do too much. If AI smooths out your rough edges and makes it sound generic, put some of that mess back in. Right, so the next time you read something, ask yourself, is there actually an idea here? Or does it just sound like there is? Ask the same when you're doing your own writing. Maybe that means it won't sound very polished. So what? Making a post sound polished is no longer a sign of quality. When AI content is everywhere, we're looking for authenticity instead. Alright, hopefully now you are an expert in spotting AI writing. Drop a like if you found these tips useful and subscribe for more deep dives. And don't forget to delve into the rich tapestry of opinions in the comment section below. Okay, sorry, I'll stop now. I hope you liked the video though, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!